Alright, this is my personal 96 FZJ80 Toyota Land Cruiser. Have a lot of history with this rig. It's been in my life pretty much since I was a teenager. Belonged to my homeboy Larry. He was foolish enough to sell it to me. But anyways, rebuilt the 1FC FE. It's 20 thou over pistons, 1/2 millimeter. Cylinder head fully rebuilt, 5-angle valve job. New wiring harness, OEM. Cap, rotor, plug wires. I got the covers in the back. I can't decide between the Lexus ones or the Toyota ones, just because the Lexus ones kind of match the color and it's fancy. But anyways, I'm just getting the monitors passed here in the great state of Colorado. We have to do emissions testing, which is right around the corner. So I got a good 55 mile per hour run for a few miles. So let's check out the stats. EGRs pass, EVAPs pass, O2 sensor readiness is also pass. This is my work laptop. GTS Plus, the bane of my existence, because all the new Toyotas, all pretty much I do is updates. So the only one we're waiting for is catalyst efficiency. So I just did a key cycle. So O2 sensor, EGR. Let's see. Back to our data list. Yeah, it's a web-based. So TechStream used to be more of a software base, like Windows, scan tool software, and now Toyota has shifted to GTS Plus because all the vehicles are web-based. As far as updates, there's a new thing called ROBs instead of DTCs or codes. ROB is just like a self-check. It's like a code inside of a code. If anything is kind of weird, it just records it. But it's actually really helpful in diagnosis. But this is my favorite to work on, just simple OBD2. It's a 96. So fuel trims are looking great. I also, it has rebuilt injectors. Fuel pump is original. Yeah, this is my favorite 80. Well, it's tough. It's just set. It just does it. But today I got, and I put new all motors that I rebuilt. I put new starter contacts and then alternator brushes, just at least go through. That's the last thing you want's a alternator squeak. After, or whatever, I actually made a video on replacing contacts on an alternator. It was for my 01 Tacoma, but it's the same. So got the Slee Gen 1 arm. Shout out to Ryan. It's off the Slee short bus. And then a few years back, I did the Rampt customs out of Australia. Did their truss kit. They got 80s fucking dialed, man. They got every gusset you could ever. I did the knuckles. Actually, yeah, 80 housings. They're not the strongest. We'll just say that. Especially when you got a lot of thick steel. But it's just burning. I run. So this will get the internet all fired up. As a Toyota technician or mechanic, whatever you want to call me, I I choose to run super long life coolant, and my reasoning is, you know, why would you not use a better formula, right? And I've actually talked to some regional reps, and you know, just guys that have been around a long time, and I mean, they say the same thing. Hell, I run it in my LS1 98 Firebird. You know, fucking, it's the best coolant you can get. But I had to replace the valve stem, and I ended up pinching the O-ring. These are true dual beadlocks with an insert, so you gotta unbolt all those. I got a torque stick. Actually makes it easy, but I'm also going to be coming out with a 2.5-inch exhaust for the 80 series of catback. But yeah, it's full of junk right now. But I went through probably about 5 years ago and had all the interior out and welded all the roof rack holes, fender flare holes. Kind of regret the fender flare holes, but actually it looks a lot better with flares in my opinion. But I have another body for this truck. It's like, well, I gotta finish paying for it, but it's at my friend Mike's shop, Metric Offroad in Grand Junction. So he's got a good stash, but no one's getting the 80s. They're mine. I'm gonna save all these that I can. But yeah, that's all I got. Gotta love just a fresh 1FZ. True, I need to put my hold down back in, but put the fan shroud in a couple days ago. Got a power steering hose. I don't like this one's aftermarket. Just feels flimsy, and it's gonna rip. Yeah, I didn't spend any time prettying up this motor. Just cleaned everything, but I'll make some videos of I'm doing a couple pretty cool engine builds for some cool people, so maybe I'll make a series or something. Oh, that's low. It's actually dented. Oh, whatever. Solid axle Summit 1. If you know, you know. This thing's been solid axle Summit 7, I think. But yep. Time to go get this catalyst monitor to pass. Probably gonna put the OEM radio back in this one just because this one's not leaving the area code. But 248 original motor, I mean, it's, you know, it's still clean, still has some life, but it was just burning oil. I think I was running 1030 in it with an additive, and it was still sipping about a quart every, you know, 500. So that's just not good. Now with cats and all that, maybe in the middle of nowhere, you know, that's what I'm saying. It still worked, but it's tight now. So that's all I got. I'm gonna get to driving. Probably should close my sunroof. I'm not used to having a sunroof because my main 80 is I have a Camp Tech. It's a pop top. It's my homie Eric. I'm rebuilding a motor for him. So I'm gonna make a series on that, I think, because it's gonna be like the complete, you know, start to finish minus teardown. But all right, that's all I got. I'm just gonna upload this without editing. There's no music in the background this time, so I won't get copyrighted. But peace.